does move across our area, but it is slow moving. So we're just going to keep a close eye, as I mentioned here. But if you are maybe watching on the app, or if you're hanging with us on air, I'm going to show you a few places where you should be here. I'm stepping off camera so I can get to this next graphic. Of course, all of us are very familiar to severe weather. We know where to go, but this is just a friendly reminder. Now, make sure that you avoid windows, you avoid doors. Do not go outside, people. Please do not try to go outside and catch a photo of these things going on. All right, cover yourself with blankets or a mattress for protection. Go into the stairs, the hallway, closet, bathroom, and specifically in the bathroom, if you are going to that area, try to get into the bathtub. Bring those blankets, bring the pillows with you. If you have a basement, of course, that is the best place. All you want to do, though, is make sure you are staying away from the windows here. We're going to go back to this velocity, see if anything has turned up a little bit more. Going back to the National Weather Service chat as well, we're still right on target here. So we still have this tornado warning moving east, northeast here, producing that has the ability to produce a tornado here. But as of right now, it's very weak rotation, so I don't have a whole lot of confidence that this is actually going to spin up into anything, but it does have the ingredients to produce that. Of course, we have the winds, we have the hail, and that is definitely producing something that could become a little bit more severe. So we're hanging with you right now. We're going to go ahead and check on the winds again. So yeah, all right, so out of the northeast, as I mentioned, we have this nor'easter being set up right before Easter here, so look closer towards the coastline there. St. Simons, Brunswick, this is wind gusts, and if you look right closer towards Lake City, I'll get right back on the screen here so I can point this out a little bit further to you. Look at this. This is the little bit of rotation we're talking about. This is what the National Weather Service and some of these other meteorologists are really looking at here. So we have the wind speeds and also these winds out of the west, and that's this little bit of rotation just south of I-10, close to Lake City. This arrow is what we're looking at. This is the exact location. So again, if you are in that area or anywhere close to I-10, moving towards the north to northeast, make sure you are taking cover. Take this seriously, even though it hasn't had a radar indicated actually tornado touch ground, something we are still keeping a very close eye on. Remember, the wind speeds can really bring up the debris. It's very dangerous, regardless if there's a touchdown or not here. Of course, hail, try to just avoid all areas outdoors if you can here. And these winds are just going to continue to pick up. But again, this is the little bit of rotation we are looking at. I'm going to keep taking an eye on our National Weather Service chat. We've got these meteorologists all across our area keeping a very close eye out for us. We're going to look at the storm tracks one last time before this expires for us. Let's zoom on into this area. So it's closer towards this is the hail we're talking about here. Let's try to zoom on in to this area right here. All right, a whole lot of hail, lots of downpours, heavy rain in this area, very close to Taylor. It's actually just to the east of Taylor and heading towards Pontiac, even Clarking is what it's looking like. So as of right now, this system, again, moving around 10 miles per hour, very slow here. So it's going to really take some time for it to break up. But I think with those wind speeds, that's really going to help things out. Let's go back to the storm track here. So this is where we're looking at. It has moved a little bit towards the north, so it now is out of Lake City. It's moving closer towards St. George, and it is just north of I-10. So as of right now, it looks like Lake City, you're still, of course, under this tornado warning, but it might actually go towards Taylor, maybe even St. George, just north of I-10. As I mentioned, it's moving towards the northeast and dropping a whole lot of rainfall here. So I'm giving another update from the National Weather Service. Still things right on target to expire here in the next 4 minutes. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. Again, there has not been any reports of a touchdown, just has the ingredients because we do have that rotation with the mixing of the wind speeds and the direction there. So just definitely want to hang with us until this expires here. Tornado was located over Lake City, but as of right now, it does look like it has moved just towards the northeast, as I mentioned. So we're going to go back to our warn box, see if anything has changed. Again, I'm kind of working off my computer. I wish we kind of had a camera sitting next to me so I could talk to you guys a little bit further so you could see exactly what I'm doing. But I'm just over on the computer working with you guys. I'm staying on air here, making sure you guys are staying nice and safe here. We're we're zooming on in. It's still in this Lake City area, but as I mentioned, the majority of those heavier storms have now moved past that, just north of I-10, just north of Sanderson, moving towards Folkestone. So if you are in that area or even Ratcliffe, definitely want to start taking cover. If you haven't done so already, download the First Coast News app in case you do lose power, because I will be staying on air with this severe weather coverage for you all right? So we're just going to keep hanging with you. We are staying safe with you all right? As I mentioned, the biggest factor for today is going to be the wind speeds. That is just kind of picking up the debris. I know I'm kind of talking in circles here, but maybe you guys are just tuning in, trying to figure out what's going on. We do have a tornado warning. As of right now, it is in Lake City. It goes for the next minute and a half here. It is definitely weakening, but again, this is the rotation that we're seeing. This little bit of velocity here, it's just the combination of the winds in all sorts of different directions. So Lake City, right where this little arrow is pointing, this is the slight bit of rotation, but we are just trying to inform you, not trying to scare you, okay? So make sure you are staying away from the windows. Do not go outside here. This has not been a touchdown, no reports of a touchdown, just a little bit of rotation, enough ingredients there to where we want to stay on air just in case this happens to perform a tornado and actually touches ground for us. But it is moving towards the northeast. Very slow moving overall, folks. This is only moving at 10 miles per hour. So if you are in its path, you are going to get quite a bit of rainfall in a short period of time, likely going to be seeing some flooding out there as well. So for those who are maybe just tuning in, I'm going to show this off one more time. I know some people think that this is just basic knowledge, but you would be surprised here how many people think, oh, I want to go to the window, I want to take pictures, I want to see what's going on. Absolutely not. Go to your bathrooms, go to your hallway, go to your closet, stairs. Just try to protect yourselves in any way possible. Of course, as I mentioned previously, basement. Of course, if you have a basement, that's the best place to go. But if you don't have that opportunity, try to get somewhere away from the windows and try to cover yourselves up here. All right, so again, just from the National Weather Service update, this is from 6:13. Still this tornado warning in Columbia, and now it is for Baker and Columbia as well as Union till 6:45 here. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Watertown or near Lake City. Now it's increased its movement a little bit. It's moving east at 15 miles per hour. Is there any way we could get the WAM up producers here so I could maybe go back and forth a little bit from my computer? Folks, I'm working off my computer. I'm trying to give you guys the best information possible, but I want to make it a little bit easier so I'm not running back and forth from the screen there. Producers, is that possible potentially? We're going to get back to this. Okay, we're working on that right now, so that way you guys can actually see what exactly I am looking at from my computer. It's kind of hard when I'm working by myself. I'm going back and forth, but just want to make sure I'm giving you guys all the latest information here, as we are likely going to be staying on air with you for the next 30 minutes. So I am just going to keep on talking for you guys. So again, this is at 6:45. That's when it expires. It is now moved towards the northeast, as I kind of figured. It's now including Baker, Columbia, and Union, and it'll continue to push towards the northeast because of these wind speeds, which of course is the biggest factor as of right now. Now, it does look like the system is starting to weaken, and as of right now, it is just radar indicated as far as a little bit of that rotation here. So I'm going to go back to our velocity, taking a look at that little bit of rotation. Again, all right, we're going to jump on the WAM here really quick, which is our bigger monitor, so you guys can see me a little bit further. But this is the exact area. A little bit of, I can see exactly what they're looking at. It's just a little bit of velocity there, just enough to put this tornado warning out. We'll go back towards the storm track, see if there's any more hail going on out there. Yep, just right south of I-10, closer towards Lake City. We are seeing some radar indicated hail. And again, the winds are just really whipping out there for us. We're taking a look here. So, all right, I'm going to jump on here so you guys can see me. Hopefully you all can see me right now. But this is what we're looking at. Okay, perfect, wonderful. So Destiny, I might actually have you come over and do something for me. If you could pull up my Let's go ahead and pull up the weather cameras if we can. I want to show what's going on outside here. So we're just hanging with you folks. We are making sure you are safe. This is radar indicated, a little bit of rotation. Nothing that has been a touchdown has been reported. So we're here to make sure you are staying safe. We want to give you all of the best information possible. We don't want to scare you here, but make sure you are staying indoors. So the biggest factor, again, the wind speeds. We have this nor'easter starting to set up from the northeast. So the wind speeds, especially closer towards the coastline. Look at this. This is wind gusts, 29 miles per hour in St. Simons, Brunswick at 22. And this is this little bit of rotation, very slight, folks. It's just very slight in nature here, but this is what's going on. We have the winds out of the west as well as this nor'easter setting up, so it just gives that little bit of push to rotate that around a little bit, but it looks like it's going to continue into this overall vicinity. As of right now, it is just north of I-10 here, where we're able to hear. Well, I'm going to step off screen. I want to show you what's going on across our area.
And while you're doing that, I know some of our viewers probably wonder, why are we on for this amount of time? Can you
absolutely
tell us, earlier you were talking about how important it is for people to know where to go in these types of situations.
Yeah, absolutely. Many people are probably like, okay, I'm sick of watching this. This is not a tornado on the ground. But again, the ingredients are there, folks. So we're looking outside here. This is just north of Lake City. We have those low hanging clouds here, enough rotation, enough wind speeds to really pick up that debris. So just keep this in mind. We are staying on air just to keep you guys safe, okay? We're going to go back. Maybe some of you are just now tuning in. I'm going to keep, just keeping you informed as far as what is going on. All right, let's go back to this. So Destiny, you just asked me where are the best places to go. People have apartments.
Right.
Some people don't have basements. So with that being said, you need to stay away from the windows. I know that sounds like basic knowledge, but you would be surprised how many people want to go take photos of what's going on, very curious as to see what's happening outdoors. Well, let me tell you, even though there isn't that indication that there is a tornado on the ground, there's enough rotation, there's enough wind speeds going on, it's really picking up that debris. So even though there is not a touchdown, it is still very dangerous to be outdoors or even be close to windows here. So avoid windows, doors, and outside walls. Cover yourself with blankets or mattresses for protection. Of course, if you maybe don't have a basement, you want to go to these areas labeled in green here: your closet, your hall, your bathroom, your stairs, anything away, specifically larger windows. Now, of course, if you have a basement, that's always going to be the best place, but maybe you don't have a basement. As we were mentioning, Destiny and I both live in apartments. We don't have basements. It's just one story. Head into your area, maybe your closet, anywhere with the most limited amount of exposure to outdoors. Away from doors, away from windows, folks. We just want to keep you as safe as possible. And let me go back to the computer here so we can keep looking at the National Weather Service chat, seeing if they are seeing anything else. As of right now, we are still right on track. Tornado warning. All right, this is for Baker, Columbia, Union until 6:45. Okay, so there is a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. As of right now, still not a touchdown. This is radar indicated and was located near Watertown or near Lake City, moving east at 15 miles per hour. And yes, I am speaking to my producer. Go ahead. I'm just going to go ahead and show this tornado warning to keep you guys updated.
What's the difference between a warning and
That's a great question, Destiny. Absolutely. Let's show this really quick so you can all see where it is at. This is the location, but as I mentioned, is moving towards the northeast, so some of those stronger storms already out of that area. So this could potentially expire beforehand. But Destiny, you asked a really great question here. What is the difference between a watch and a warning? We'll go ahead and pull this up so you guys can understand what exactly it is. So a watch indicates risk of hazardous weather. Have a plan in case the storm threatens, but we are now under a tornado warning, which means this event is occurring. It's imminent, and or likely means take action now to save property and to save lives. So again, please folks, take this seriously. Even though again, I'm talking about how there is not a touchdown, it's still radar indicated, but that rotation, the ingredients that are there, the wind gusts again are just the biggest factor here. So Destiny, do you have any other questions?
I guess, so the warning means it is more urgent, correct? Or the watch?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, we just start looking at the wind speeds again. A little bit of rotation there close to NAS Jax, just north of I-10. And yeah, Carolina, let's go ahead and take the Jacksonville camera there if we could. Let's see what's going on right outdoors. All right, perfect. So this is what you can see here. I'm gonna step on the green screen so you guys can see. I'm running back and forth
here. Bad as we're looking at it at Jacksonville Beach.
Yep, Jacksonville Beach downtown. You guys are honestly pretty good right now. As I mentioned, because of the jet stream, the winds is now pushing it towards the northeast. Could we go back to that camera if possible? I can step off screen if I need to. But yeah, folks, we are hanging with you, just making sure you guys are safe. This is still not a touchdown, radar indicated. Now, Jacksonville Beach, downtown Jacksonville, there's a lot of events going on downtown Jacksonville, so maybe you're thinking you want to head outdoors, maybe heading south. Make sure you download that First Coast News app because I'm going to be staying on air with you. We're just going to keep chatting here until this thing expires.
We have a lot going on downtown. We have the Iceman game getting ready to start in about, what, 30 minutes or so?
It does start in about 30 minutes. So, folks, if you're maybe planning on heading downtown towards the game, honestly, that's probably a pretty good area to head right now because, as I mentioned, the system is lifting towards the northeast, honestly, away from Jacksonville, and it'll be heading towards southeast Georgia. So if you are in the path, let's go back to the map here if we can. So if you are in this path here, again, moving towards the northeast, it's moving a little bit faster than it was before, which kind of helps break it up a little bit. But we are still going to hang with you guys for the next 22 minutes before this expires. We're going to go back to the National Weather Service chat. Okay, here we've got a little bit of an update. Partners have had some reports of circulation in funnel clouds right around Lake City. Storm continues to show signs of rotation on radar. No reports of a touchdown as yet. If you receive reports, please pass that on. That's again from the National Weather Service chat. So this is still very much an active tornado warning going until 6:45. So we have another 20 minutes of this warning, likely to be extended though. I mean, again, its path is going towards the northeast, but you see here, as I zoom in, it's really starting to break up a little bit. We're going to go ahead and turn this on so you can see the path of it. It's really breaking up the further northeast it travels. That's because of the wind speeds from all different directions. Once it goes into the storm, it's just kind of pulling it apart a little bit. Let's go towards the radar now. Oh, there we go. Hey, Robert, how's it going? We've got Robert Spetta in town here now. He's in with me, so thank you for coming in. But as I mentioned, we're going to go back to the National Weather Service chat. Partners have had some reports of circulation in funnel clouds around Lake City. The storm continues to show signs of rotation on radar. No reports of a touchdown as of yet. Again, this is still a very active tornado warning. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado, which was located near Watertown, near Lake City, and moving east at 15 miles per hour. Now, it was moving about 10 miles per hour, so it has started to pick up slightly here, but it is moving northeast as of right now. Again, no reports of a touchdown. And let's go ahead and focus on, can we get that camera back? Is there any other cameras that we could maybe set up to show what's going on outdoors?
Hey, Amelia, Robert Spetta here, just coming in with you. Just right across the street, so I saw the tornado warning issued. Yeah, I think the key thing to confirm right now, as you just mentioned, is that it is a not confirmed on the ground, confirmed on radar. We have that rotation right there. Do you have a velocity kind of pulled up?
Yeah, let me go back down here. Yeah, so I've been showing the velocity, I've been showing the storm tracks. As we mentioned, this is still radar indicated. We'll go here to my velocity. If you want to you want to jump on, so I'll show. Yeah. All right, so this is where it's at. It was near Lake City. As you know, it's moving towards the northeast. So just a little bit of rotation.
Can you go down right down in here?
Yeah.
So, well, there's our tornado warning. Where are we looking at? All right, so here's our tornado warning. Yeah, there's not really too much rotation left on this. I wouldn't be surprised. Can you zoom right in on here?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Oh, there we go. There's our couplet. So there's that right in there.
It's
you know,
very
you kind of have that general rotation. So let's talk about the town of Alulu here. Basically, we're way out here, very remote area. Thanks for putting this on a loop, kind of give you an idea of where this is headed. Amelia, could you mind just giving me like a kind of a squall line track? Let's pull this out in this direction. Gives you a look at where this is headed at this time.
Yeah.
All right, and I think, yeah, the key thing, once again, not confirmed yet on the ground, but we do have some decent rotation. This has been going on for a few minutes now as well. There we go. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, hold on. Let's start this over. We'll give this a nice little, we'll clear that right out. So there's our couplet. Let's push this off there just like that. All right, so Lulu at 6:31, Mount Zion Church there coming up here at 6:43. You know, the good news, this is staying, nothing against, you know, our friends out here in these areas, but it is staying south of some of those heavier populated areas out there on I-10, kind of pushing off there towards the east. So a lot of more rural areas where this is being impacted right now.
And we still have this tornado warning. This was just at 6:25, so this just came in from the National Weather Service here. So still radar indicated a little bit of hail out there for Baker, Columbia, Union. This still goes until 6:45, folks. So for another less than 20 minutes here, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado located near Lulu, as Robert was just mentioning, in that rural area or near Lake City. Moving east, it's picking up slightly. It was at 10 miles per hour. Now it's at 15 miles per hour here. And this is just another update here. Jax issues a strong thunderstorm, and it will impact portions of northeastern Bradford, east central Union, and northwestern Clay counties through 7 p.m. So that's for Bradford, Union, and western Clay until 7 p.m. here. Let's take a look at the storm tracks while you get something set up there, Robert.
Well, I think the key thing right now as well, and I have this, we'll go back to that velocity here. Right now, the National Weather Service has reported that they have spotted a funnel cloud out there.
Yeah, they have. Yep, they
Now-
were talking about that.
All right, perfect. So, you know, we're not perfect at, but make sure everybody does know. So if we do see a funnel cloud kind of in the sky over this area, that does indicate we do have that rotation in there. If you go back to velocity right here, there it is. So we have two things that are going on right now. If you are out here just around 100, southeast of Lake City, south of I-10, southwest of Sanderson. All right, guys? See right now we have that broad rotation right here just crossing 100, heading off towards east towards Lulu. Right now we have that broad rotation indicated on radar. We have reports, wrong way. We have reports of a funnel cloud in place.
Yeah, I got it.
All right, let's go back to...
And real quick, Robert, I just want to mention this here. Clay County Fair weather alert here. Attention, Clay County fairgoers. There is severe weather approaching the area within the hour, so they are monitoring the storm path. Please continue to listen to important public announcements such as staying on air with us and monitor social media in the Safe Watch app. But of course, download the First Coast News app. We are going to keep you updated all night long here as we continue to see this tornado warning progressing. But if you are in Clay County, they are continuing to watch this. It looks like they have shut down the fair there.
Kind of a little decent storm out there just west. You know, we're talking about out towards Union, Bradford County, around Lawty. So I wouldn't be surprised you have that line of storms kicking off. There is some lightning in there. So that's really smart of the Clay County guys
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
kind of put something ahead here. Let's go back to our tornado warning though. Sorry guys, my graphics kind of jumping around here. All right, here we go. So that's in place till 6:45, Baker, Columbia, heading into Union County. For those in Lake Butler, I know you're probably looking at this going, oh shoot, we're on the very edge of the polygon, and I understand kind of what you're coming from. Oh, I'm sorry about that, guys. Let's go back. But the good news is that it does look like, you know, the rotation with this is going to probably stay just towards your north. So let's kind of look at this again. Track this on the northeastern track, 6:32. So in just about 1 minute, we're going to be passing right over Lulu. You know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to zoom right.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and pull up the live camera really quick so we can see.
Okay.
Yeah, let's pull that up. Yeah, perfect.
So that's, we're talking about downtown Jax right here, looking off towards the west. You know, this is well west. And out towards Jacksonville Beach, you got a couple, you know, shelf cloud, looks like just offshore there, producing some rain. Can we go back to the radar real quick here? I want to show a little bit of a closer look here. Just north of Lulu. We're going to take a look at the road here. All right, there you go. So here's your broad rotation. There's our cell we're watching. It's right about there. So crossing 100, County Road 241, kind of just heading towards the southeast of Navarre. pull back the picture, that is just towards the southwest of Sanderson. Once again, though, a tornado warning in place till 6:45, so we still got about 15 minutes on it. And there have been reports of that
Funnel cloud, right?
funnel cloud in the sky over that area.
And again, a reminder that this is just radar indicated. There is no reports of a touchdown. We are here to keep you safe, not to scare you, but we just want to keep you informed here. And we're going to keep you updated all throughout this tornado warning that goes for the next 13 minutes or so. But it is moving towards the north to northeast, around 15 miles per hour here. This is the storm tracks one. Go ahead, you can go ahead. Yeah, we're going to switch things over. All right, storm tracks here. So as you can see, it is lifting towards the northeast. There has been radar indicated hail as well. So just keep that in mind. So with that being said, there is still that funnel cloud out there. This has the ingredients to produce a tornado. It has the ingredients to produce a touchdown. But as of right now, we are just watching this thing. This is still very much an active tornado warning. Now, this is the most recent from the National Weather Service chat that they still are saying a strong thunderstorm will impact portions of southwestern Nassau, east central Baker, west central Duval, and south central Charlton counties through about 7 p.m. So for that, Baker, inland Nassau, western Duval, and western Charlton. Again, that's until about 7 p.m. So that's going to be the storm path where it's heading for the next 25 to 27 minutes here. Still very much radar indicated. But as Robert said, we have the funnel cloud out there. So the ingredients are there. We also have the wind speeds that's kind of picking up a lot of debris as well. So with that being said, we have that nor'easter kind of mixing with those western winds. Let's go ahead.
Well, I'm going to go back to this. We're talking about a live look out of, we're taking a look at some of these cameras. This is out of Lake City, guys. So the top right of the screen is at 4:30, and then we scoot this ahead to about 5:30. Now, and this is when this storm just south of Lake City, we're looking at it, was tornado warned. You can see kind of a little bit of a shelf cloud right there. That's the outflow. I'll point this on the screen here for you. So we had a warning on this storm at the time, a little bit of the outflow, that down flow behind it, kind of kicking up those gusty conditions. So if you were in Lake City, you probably saw those high winds, and there you go, wind almost to whiteout. Now, this has passed Lake City. You kind of see they're on the back side of that now. So let's take a look. Now, this is the shear graphic on our radar, and it basically indicates where shear is in the atmosphere. Okay, so shear is basically the wind's changing direction with height, right? So we have the wind speed shear and directional shear. Radar's kind of picking up on that just west of 100. This is where our tornado warning is. I don't have it on the map because I kind of don't want to distract you. But if we do have any rotation, it's right about in here, heading south of Turkey Shank Road, just off of 211 right here, 189, Southeast County Road. A lot of rural areas here, but I bet you there are definitely homes. So if you're watching anywhere in this area, southeast of Lake City, so you got Lake City out here. If you come out of Lake City, you're heading towards the south and east. That's where you do have that rotation kind of being indicated here on radar. And if I just scoot this ahead, let's pull this back. You can see right where the broad rotation is right there. So we have the shear there. Looks like it just crossed over 100 just north of Lulu. So if you're in Lulu right now, I do apologize, our friends out here, if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I truly do. I'm trying my best here. But if you're there, this would be where we would see a funnel cloud if based on radar. Now, this is pretty far from the radar site, so it wouldn't be exactly at this point. But if you are here, this is definitely something you need to be taking shelter right now. Just be inside. It is still radar indicated, but there has been a funnel cloud reported. You just saw on that imagery out of Lake City, pretty decent storm that kicked on through, some outflow out ahead of it. So we do have that rotation in the atmosphere kind of kicking off there towards the east. Anything new coming in from the National Weather Service there, Amelia?
Everything's still pretty much right on track here. Again, there's still that strong thunderstorm. The tornado, okay, now we have expired the tornado warning for Baker, Columbian, and Union that just came in at 6:36. So now that is completely expired for those areas here. So that's great news. It weakened, and as we mentioned here, this was all just radar indicated. There was the potential, all the ingredients there, but it looks like it's weakened enough as of right now. If anything else spins up, we're going to jump right back on air. Of course, we're here to keep you guys safe. Make sure you are staying with us here. But one last time,
Let's just stay on here for just a minute.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because still seeing a little bit of that rotation here, and
Potentially could spark back up into a tornado
I know you guys,
warning,
we're not trying to, just seeing enough right in there. I'll make the call. We're going to stay on just for about another 5 minutes. Just because I do see enough rotation. We got that shear there. It's passing just north of Lulu. Okay, good news. It does look like the shear kind of backing off on that particular product. Go over to the velocity. You can still see just a bit of rotation, but this is in a relatively kind of rural area as it pushes off there towards the east. But it does look like they're going to go ahead and expire this tornado warning, cut it off. But definitely we're going to keep you guys posted here.
Yeah, absolutely here. Still looking at the storm track, see if there's a little bit that we can see what's going on.
This makes me nervous, though. We still got that warning in place. So I want to make sure that they don't mean that's going to expire here at 6:45 as well, because we still kind of have a little bit of a hook there. The velocity still showing that rotation. Could you confirm that up on the chat, please?
Yeah,
All right, thank you very much. Just want to make sure we're keeping you guys safe at home. That's what it's all about. I know you're probably looking at me thinking, this guy loves hearing himself, and I truly don't. I don't want to be here. I was over at the Iceman game across the street and kind of came over when this tornado warning was getting kicked off, because that's what we're here for. That's what we get paid to do. Just southeast of Lake City, though, south of I-10. If you're traveling west along I-10 or east, you're going to cross over some of those rain showers, but it's really right in this area. So northern areas of Union County, you're going to see that kind of crossover here as well. This is going to stay south of Sanderson, though. That's the key thing. But, I mean, we still have a little bit of a hook right in there. Yeah. Yeah, just to make sure we confirm that up, that is
Yeah, I just typed back to the National Weather Service here. It still looks like this thing is still active, so we're going to keep going with this. But they did say that it was expired. We're just going to keep on air with you until we see something really kind of fizzle out.
All right, let's take a look at the broader situation here. While we're still watching that towards the southeast of Lake City. Still have these thunderstorms out here just west of Jacksonville. So if you're out here at the, anybody out watching the Jumbo Shrimp game? I see the stadium is full right now. Yeah, there's a lot of rain coming in. So maybe if you want to beat the traffic, I really think it's going to be tough for them to get that game off right now. I was really hoping there would be some periods in between the rainfall, but what you're seeing here, thank you for looping it.
Yeah.
Leave it right about there.
Yeah.
So you have that sea breeze coming in from the east, and that's why you see a little bit of that flow kind of bubbling up like that. We have our westerly flow with our front kind of coming in. And that convergence is kicking off those thunderstorms right around Baldwin, but that's going to continue to march off there towards the east. And we still have that tornado warning mark. So
no response yet from the National Weather Service as of right now, so we're going to keep an eye out for that. But yeah, folks, we're just here making sure you guys are safe. Of course, we don't want to be taking over your screen too much, but this is our jobs. We're here to make sure you're getting all the right information.
Wait for this to get north of Lulu, and then we'll
maybe jump off after that. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Let's take a look again. Velocity. So, folks, as you might not see us on air if we're getting just taking a little bit of a break from talking. We're just over here making sure we're getting all the right graphics up so we can fully demonstrate what exactly is going on here for you all.
And as mentioned, tornado warning still in place till 6:45. I think that's what that message was there, Amelia. They're just going to expire it at 6:45.
The Jumbo Shrimp game is now on delay.
So there we go.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. We definitely a lot of rain coming in from the west, so the Jumbo Shrimp game definitely needs to be on delay right now.
And hey, Robert, just one update from the National Weather Service. It now still expires at 6:45, so still the next 5 minutes. We're hanging with you.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's why I didn't want to jump off air just yet. Sometimes they put out these stuff in our communications, and it can to make sure. Yeah, it's still on, guys. So if you're just north of Lulu, I'm happy we stayed here with you, because if you are there just east of 100, a lot of roads right in here, we're going to be looking at this broad rotation. There already has been a funnel cloud reported in the sky. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to zoom right in on these map right here. So you have a Southeast County road, Southeast County line road right there, scooting it off there just a bit. Let's take a look. There's a broad rotation. Push this towards the east. All right, not crossing over into many major population areas in the warning there. So that's the good news. But hey, even if you're, we're not hitting downtown Jacksonville. We're not. Make sure I confirm that. We're not. We still have a lot of people out here, guys, that be impacted. You've seen what's been happening across the southeast U.S. the last couple days, so we're not taking these tornado warnings lightly. Baker, Columbia County, Union, all still in place till 6:45. This is what really still, kind of gets me interested, because what's happening is you have a little bit of this inflow wrapping in around the southern extent. So we have that broad rotation here. So the radar is picking up on some of that drier inflow, and then you have that outflow coming out like this, and this is what we start to kind of indicate a little bit of that hook presence. So what this is indicating is that drier inflow, outflow, and that moisture's wrapping around, and that's why if we go, I'll just bump this ahead over to the velocity, there's our rotation right there, right where that radar reflectivity is coming back. So we got Lulu down here. This ain't going very fast, guys. Lake
15
City,
miles per hour still.
15 miles per hour. That is a slow-moving cell. This is just going along. We got 3 minutes on this.
We picked it up a little bit. We were at 10 miles per hour. Now it's picking up slightly, but as Robert just said, it's kind of just stalling across our area. Not a whole lot of fast movement in the system here, and that's why it's been kind of a long tornado warning here as it just slowly inches across our area.
I do want to go back to this again, because we're talking about, thank you very much, Destiny. Destiny's over here giving us information.
I was going to say the ingredients for a tornado. Can you guys explain that a little bit more for the people in Jacksonville who are not necessarily getting the tornado warnings?
Yeah, of course. Thank you very much. Well, first off,
She just asked what are the ingredients. Her mic is off. What are the ingredients to make a tornado warning? So that's what Robert's going to explain right now.
So basically, one, we have all that moisture in the atmosphere right now. We have that convective activity, but that's not enough. What we do have is this cell is a little bit isolated, so it's feeding into that energy, and then we got kind of that shear in the upper atmosphere. We got a nice little jet stream coming in from the south and west. When that happens, ingredients are just right, we can see a bit of rotation. But here is the good news. I do believe, oh, nope, still got that warning in place. Oh, I thought it was gone.
Yep. We still have 1 more minute here, folks. It's still on track to expire in the next minute and a half here. Of course, that could be extended. We're staying on air until this thing expires. We're going to make sure you guys are fully safe. But as we mentioned, very slow-moving system moving towards the north. Still for Baker, Columbia, and Union, expiring at 6:45. Could potentially be extended here. But this is still very much radar indicated, a little bit of rotation, and there has been there has been reports of a funnel cloud out there. So this is why we're definitely taking this thing very seriously for you all.
All right, let's go back to the velocity here. Yeah, there still is a little bit of a couplet. And if you guys not sure what a couplet is, this is it right there. See, remember that, so I'll go back to Destiny's questions, ask about the ingredients for a tornado warning. You do need that shear, and once you start getting that rotation in the atmosphere, if you get it strong enough, you can have that funnel cloud come down. We have reports of a funnel cloud already. But what we're also seeing is there a radar. See, every time, there goes it, right there. So the radar is looking like this. And this is velocity. So it's telling you if wind is blowing towards or away from the radar. Right here, it's blowing away. Right here, it's blowing towards. That tells us that, air is going to be circulating in that area, and that's why we like to use this product. So right now, it's circulating like this, kind of heading towards the east, northeast, north of Lulu, right in there. Southeast of Lake City. Sanderson's up here, and I'm not really worried about you. A lot of these more rural areas heading out towards
It does look like it did just expire, but we just had another report from the National Weather Service here. A gusty shower will impact portions of southwestern Baker and northeastern Union counties through 7:15. Again, that's for Baker and Union until 7:15. Lots of downpours, gusting winds kind of blowing these showers sideways a little bit. But as of right now, Robert, does look like that tornado warning has expired.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay, so jumbo shrimp game is delayed. We're going to keep you guys posted on this.
Clay County as well.
Clay County,
Fair.
they're asking people at the fair to take shelter, putting some delays on stuff out there. So be weather aware out there, guys. Make sure you follow the First Coast News app for more information.
This is First Coast News on your side.
For being here with us for the news.